Arudia, an ancient land where gods walk among men. A living, breathing high fantasy world that we want to put into your hands. But we cannot do this alone. In order to bring you back to what tabletop is all about, combat, exploration, adventure, we need your help to bring it to life. By supporting us on Patreon, you can support this project and the cast of Moonskull, with our promise that we will answer to the only people that matter. You. Legend Seeker. Your legend starts here. Forge your path. Shape your destiny.
Whisper, it howls tonight. Dust swirls like spirits taking flight. Shadows crawl where the light won't go. The saloon doors creak, but no one's there. A piano plays in the empty air. Cards on the table, no hands to hold. In the ghosts of the grid, where the fires don't quit, and the dead wear their sins like a badge on their chest. Rattle in the canyon side. Ravens circle like an evil eye. Every step you take is a wager lost. The desert don't forgive it, counts the cost. In the ghosts of the grid, where the living don't fit, and your next sunset could be your death rattle.
All right, welcome back to Horror in Headstone Hill as part of the Deathrattle excitement. I did not leave my personal microphone hot, so whoever was crying about the GM crying can go cry themselves in the fucking corner. I am Scott, your Marshal. I will get spicy as shit with people who talk a lot of this and show nothing at all. So with that, Frost, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm eager to see if I've gotten an infection or anything. Yeah, I just got done shoveling snow, so this will be a nice change of pace. I can shovel whatever we're shoveling here. Entertaining. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna shovel a lot today. Rhythm, how are you?
You know, I'm doing all right. We here in the northern part of the states survived the winter storm of the year or whatever it's gonna be. But it's been good. We got to play outside in the snow for a while, and now I get to come in here and play in the desert. So let's see if we can kill Frost.
Oh,
Not
that's
Frost. Sorry,
sad.
not Frost. Let's see if we can.
Yeah. We don't kill players. We kill characters.
No, let's see if we can. Let's see if we can finish Spencer off.
There
because
may
he
be
got
some
that
bleed
splinter.
through.
Hey, also don't clip. Someone's gonna clip you talking about finishing Spencer off. So we'll go over to Spencer. How are you doing?
Doing well. Yeah, no snow here. Got some sun, but it's definitely cold. Glad the whole group's back together so we can hopefully help poor Porter out of this predicament.
You should be able to. And Bill, welcome back. Bill was absent last week with things going on. How are you doing, man?
I'm glad to have the adventures going on, but behind the screen as opposed to on the roads this week. That was a rough go of things, and my grudge against cyclists continues to be completely accurate.
Your grudge is correct. They're a bane of society and have no purpose on Earth. Anyway, let's talk about the benefits for Deathrattle. For whatever reason, everyone really feels bad for you guys. And at the mythic level, Jesus wept. Jensen sent a Benny to Frost, Sendragon, and Rhythm. Whoa. And then a point of conviction to Frost, whatever. And then Chrysanth also feels sorry for everyone for no apparent reason and sent a Benny to Frost, Sendragon, and Rhythm. And gosh. A conviction to Sendragon, who also doesn't need that.
I do. I do need it. Thank you very much.
Sassy Witch is keeping up for their artwork by drawing the quadrangle of silliness. And I think that's everything. I didn't get anything because no one respects the fact that the GM doesn't just accumulate bennies. But that's okay. That's okay. I still managed to whip the posse's ass.
Give yourself as many as you want.
That's right. I'm going to have a setting rule in place. Outstanding. And Corey, I saw your spicy ass comment. That was, and then hold on. There's a $20 here from Dragon Noodle Soup, but decided Bill can have a thing. All right.
Thank you very kindly.
Outstanding. And with that, let's kick it off. Last we left our intrepid adventurers, Mr. Porter had been tackle-sacked through a bonfire by a werewolf who is now back in person form. And the rest of the posse managed to take care of the wolf creature. Did you guys give yourself your bennies? I hope so.
I did not. I wasn't sure. I thought the combat was done, technically, so I was like, not sure.
Yeah. Combat's done. Well, we reset every session anyway, so we're fine. Combat is done. Oh my God! Now I got to clear the screen so everybody can read the rolls. Even though they wanted to watch the initiative last time, I have no idea why. I think they wanted to confirm it was a werewolf creature in the initiative. Because
look at chat. Look at Rory coming in.
What is this? Yeah. Oh, Rory, feeling sorry for my bitching. I'll take that Benny, son.
Squeaky GM gets the bennies.
I like it. I need all the bennies I can get. I only have so many, and I need to abuse the crap out of the posse. All right, so posse. That's where we left off. It was nightfall. You had encountered this horrific scene of just destruction and corpses that had been gnawed upon. And last couple of few points, Mr. Spencer, you had noticed there was like a large piece of paper or something sticking out of one of the corpse's jacket pockets, from underneath the breast pocket. And you guys have the wagon, correct, with the donkey that you took from from Elijah?
No, we left the donkey behind. We bought an extra horse.
Yep.
So we have 2 horses, and Porter and myself have been riding.
I'll continue to still not refer to it as what it is. Your side saddle. Yes. Okay. So, as you gentlemen are standing there, Mr. Porter, obviously you're hurting, but you're not down. You received you on the tail end of that ass whooping by this monster. From the distance, you can hear a creak of wagon wheels begin to approach the scene of this massacre. What do you gentlemen want to do?
Porter is going to just pull his shirt open and look down at all the scratches. He's just going to put his hands on. He's going to try and start healing himself.
All right, easy enough. Go ahead and make
If I
that
remember
roll.
right, I was already like on top trying to push my shirt, this burgundy shirt, into all the
Yes,
wounds
you were. He's
anyway.
just like, get off of me.
So I'm
Like I'm not a horse.
I'm leaning over you shirtless with just a vest, trying to close your wounds as you're gonna do whatever you're doing to yourself. and we got
Definitely
a
get off
wagon
me. I'm not a
approaching.
horse.
What the hell are you doing? Don't mount me.
He's
just
gonna
sit in his
try and
chest.
see what
Just
happens.
sit in his chest. The acid will help clean the wound.
Are you good with that?
That'll heal him. Yeah, that'll heal him for 1.
Yeah.
I heard there was some song about saving horses or something.
Oh, God damn you.
So he's gonna attempt to do it again after he gets up and pushes Reed off. He's just like, ah. Then he's actually pulled off his dropped his duster. He's pulling his shirt off because it's in tatters, and he's just like looking to see where else he's hurt besides his stomach, and he just calms down, does the same thing again.
Spend those. Oh, nice. Double explosion. Double ace. Double ace. Ace
And
again.
another
Wow.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Holy
Hot
moly.
97. Oh, wait, wrong genre.
Yeah.
I think it's Pete.
Well
And
done.
he's wiping all the blood away, and there's just pink scars now, probably.
Yes, and there's still enough light in this fire to kind of see what's happening. So let me recap the 2 things that just happened for the entire party. One, you saw young Mr. Reed whip out a Gatling pistol and start shooting basically fire rounds through this creature, correct?
That is absolutely correct.
And
It's horrifying to witness.
and Mr. Porter just laid on hands in the most literal sense that Jesus could possibly hope for. And the wagon has come to a stop. Elijah, you have managed to step into this circle amongst all of this chaos and confusion and the carnage. There are multiple dead bodies strewn around, one of which is naked, and it is the person that I told you about that we had discussed. And then the rest of your teammates, and you happen to witness the healing effect.
I know that we've already experienced this before, Mr. Porter, but you were on death's door.
Have we swished?
Oh, he might need to swoosh, yeah. He's just gonna turn around, just, this skinny little dude without his coat on, look at you and just say, God has other things for me to do. Evidently. And he's just going to reach out and he's like, that's a nice shirt. He's going to take that burgundy shirt out of your hands. It's covered in blood that is not ripped apart. He's just going to put it on. It probably won't fit. Well, it might fit him. He's a pretty skinny guy.
Yeah, and I'm a pretty big kid.
That's fair.
Yeah, that'll work. It's you got from the husky shelf. Okay, yeah.
No,
so
this
yeah,
is
he's
fitted.
gonna put on this.
This shit's tailored, boy.
Oh well, it's a tailored bloody burgundy shirt that Porter is not wearing, evidently.
Yeah, it'll dry out.
Stealer's luck.
Right.
It's like $1,700 at Gucci stuff.
Tailored
not
for
looking down at his
tall
boots.
cowpokes. It's all you, gentlemen.
Sorry, I'm late, boys. You wouldn't believe the day I've had. There's a horrible pause in the clearing between everyone.
It's just kind of look over at the. Well, he looks different than he did a little bit ago, but he was much larger and very furry. Until Mr. Reed unleashed hellfire into him with.
Yes, Bianaki.
It's not exactly
Turns
hellfire.
and
It's just science. Just science. Specialty rounds and
My
whatnot.
experience, they
It's fine.
brush shoulders more often than they don't.
What did you come across? Things chasing the ghost rock?
I was waylaid by a dirt worshipping gentleman from out of Utah who felt the need to accost me on the road and give me information that was apparently needed for us. But primarily, I found out that gentleman there, he'll point at the crumpled form on the ground, and I assume this is the gentleman in question. That this is
Yeah, absolutely him. Yeah.
That is Baker's son, Anthony Bianaki, back in town.
Yeah, he gave us a different name though. I called him that name. He said he was white. Jacob? No, I don't remember.
Yeah,
He was kind of loud, and there was a lot of screaming and fire.
Jacob White. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And gonna pick up a brand out of the fire, and head over there and just look at him to make sure he's still not moving. But also inspect some of these other bodies because we're looking for what the leader of this group, because obviously one of the bounty he has to be alive, but it's not our fault.
We didn't do it.
I mean,
yeah, I would help look for the leader because that's what I was looking for as we were coming into this scene.
Yeah, sure. Again, yes, the bodies they're slashed. No different than what you saw happen to Mr. Porter. It's just like talons opening up. Most of the bodies, a lot of them are eviscerated. Some of them have had their heads removed, not from a clean blade, but just completely being ripped apart and ripped off, torn off, limbs missing. But yes, locating Bud, which was the leader of the Ghost Steel gang, is super easy. And yes, before you ask, everyone else in the Ghost Steel gang is here, and they are all dead, to include Miss Scarlet.
Miss Scarlet? Oh,
yeah.
No.
Yeah, the entire gang is completely wiped out.
Well, that... I'm so sorry, Mrs. Spencer. This was... Do you need a moment to say your goodbyes?
Well, I wonder if she wanted to leave me anything. I'll check her body, see if she had any coin she was planning to give me as a dowry.
All right. Look, everyone take a penny for your sass. You're starting off with your sass. Yeah, her and anyone else that you're going to look at, they're going to have a handful of cash or script, and that's about it. They weren't really that kind of gang. They would sell things for money, but in order to get that money, as you remember, they were wanted for cattle rustling. So if you're not moving cattle, you're not moving cash.
We haven't seen any sign of cattle around here, have we?
No, just a Crittenden wrench.
Are there any do they have any animals about, or any sign of horses that might have been spooked off or anything like that?
There's not a single sign of horses here.
And this
really
looks like a temporary camp, right? It doesn't look like this was a permanent established space for them.
Let's have a survival roll. I mean, you're not stupid. You do know it's a camp, but I want survival not so much to be able to tell us it's a camp, but I want to see what information you can actually glean out of here.
Yeah, sure. That sounds like an unskilled roll for somebody that has no idea what the wilderness is.
That's fine. You got bennies. And you got a chat. If they like you, they'll give you bennies.
I got explosions on explosions.
Wow. Yeah, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Look at this.
I'm smart.
All right, outstanding. So here's an oddity. You used to go camping with your dad, so you really understand a little bit about this. You've been hunting, so none of this is really new to you. But yeah, the camp is temporary in the sense that it is sort of reminiscent of a trapper's camp that you've seen before with your father and your uncles. They were actually... This is the kind of camp you build when you're on the move, looking for something, not when you're planning on staying for any kind of duration.
But still hoofing it.
Okay.
Yeah, all by foot.
So they'd be able to pick up and move. Okay.
Also means no fodder. That means no, beast of burden.
That just seems strange. It's so difficult to move around out here without we've learned without enough animals. If they're just moving around on foot, they can't be that far away from whatever it is that they're looking for, right?
How far out of town are we?
Gentlemen, you guys remember how far out of town you were in the East County?
Well, we've been traveling for a couple days now.
Yeah.
But we've been circling
This
around.
far, you'd want at least 2 horses to come out this far. Moving your own gear, swapping between the two as one tire.
Here's a question I don't remember. How many bodies would we be able to puzzle together?
So it's the entirety of the Ghost Steel gang. Do you remember how many wanted posters you grabbed for the Ghost Steel gang?
I thought it was just one poster for the whole gang, and then one specifically for Scarlet and one for the leader. But I might be
Okay.
mistaken on that.
Yeah, no. There's one for each. Like they have some minor folks in here. There's 5 corpses here, which matches with each one of those wanted posters.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, sorry, Spencer. Looks like Scarlet didn't make it.
Well, I think she left me some here, and I'm digging through her pockets.
Yeah, again, she just has loose script. There's
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
nothing special outside of her just being a mouthy whore, I guess.
All right. I'm gonna examine the poster again. Does it definitely say alive, and there's nothing about no reward for dead?
Say again.
The wanted poster, is it definitely alive? There's no reward if they're dead.
It definitely says alive.
Scott, I'm getting told by Chrysanth to let you know to transition to the role.
Man, you're like 8 chats up.
Okay.
I'll say this. I'm going to get into my pack. I'm going to take out something a little special I got for myself at character creation, which is a camera made of ghost steel.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah, there's pricing for just making anything out of this stuff. As long as it's primarily metal.
But it's totally not a magical setting. Anyway.
Planning on stealing some souls?
I do not buy into all that dirt worshipper nonsense about camera stealing souls. Now hold still whilst I use this soul stealing camera. I'm going to try and
pose.
Yeah, I'm going to primarily. I'm going to try and get shots of how much of this do we really want to take back to town in terms of information. We don't really want word getting around. Things are already quite terse. I can tell you that much from what I just put behind me. To even get into some of the less refined folk out in the boonies now. Even they're getting
definitely. If you need things moved around, let us know, because we can move bodies or move things or help you get light on things with torches.
Yeah,
I want to be
already bloody enough.
Point at the baker's boy in his crumpled up, dewarged form. Guess we don't know what we're dealing with here already, do we? Unless you're privy to something I'm not.
Should we take him back with us? The Ghost Steel gang, they made their choices, and unfortunately, we can't really escort them back for proper reward and whatnot. And to be honest, cow rustling, that's a death sentence as it is, so they might as well just lay out here in the dirt, as far as I care.
I'd rather still get them buried, but we don't have the tools.
I mean, it's just a lot of work. But Mr. Bianchi here, he's just
get some
different
pictures of his footprints too before he did what he did.
Yeah, I'm gonna
footprints.
Well, if we can't bury him, maybe we should just build a pyre and have Porter here say some words over them, just so they make sure they go on where they're supposed to be going.
At the very least, build a can or something over them.
It's a very civilized British thing to say.
And it's late.
Yeah, it's like dead middle of the night. You guys came up on these guys, after sunset, and took time to creep up on them after getting to them. So yeah, you're 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock on the plains.
I think I'm kind of just distracted a bit by the fact, or kind of looking around to see if we're gonna get accosted by freaking shadows that have been following this giant rock that we still have with us.
Well, technically, you didn't have the rock until Elijah showed up.
Exactly.
But now that he's here,
now it's here with us again. I don't know.
So that's probably why that dirt worshipper was accosting me. Maybe he smelled it. I don't know how all this. I don't know how all this gobbledygook works. Oh, he said he was surprisingly astute. He spoke good English, which is a miracle of itself. hang on, I had it written down here somewhere. He'll like kind of like pat through his vest, take out a kind of crudely scrawled note. His handwriting's atrocious. The wood whispers into the night. There is much trouble from the hunting grounds. The mound stone foretells doom.
And he's
He's squinting at his own handwriting. It's like
Right to the campfire, yeah, of course.
Wait, what woods?
Maybe he was speaking figuratively.
No, so that helps.
So are we going to camp out here for the night then? I mean, probably not going to be able to get much far in the dark.
I don't know that we're going to want to stick around next to all this fresh meat unless we are going to bury it or burn it.
I say let's build a pyre, and if no one else, Spencer will start pulling the bodies together. And
that's just a lot of work. I'll keep watch while you go ahead and get that going. I gotta try to find another shirt.
What is the ground around here like? Is it like really like heavy with brush? If we start a fire, are we going to burn the whole fucking region down?
Yeah, it's that high desertish. So you got tumbleweeds, you've got sagebrush. The ground is dry, so it's not like it rains constantly up in this area of the Badlands.
If the town burns down, we've done our job. While they're building a pyre or digging graves or whatever, I'm just gonna search through the bodies, see if there's a relatively less bloody shirt than all the rest, so I can replace it.
Yeah, sure, there is easy enough, and I'll assume that you didn't say it explicitly, but I assume none of you were retarded enough to burn whatever piece of paper was sticking out of Bud's jacket.
No.
Okay.
We're not that dumb.
I'm going to check over the ex-werewolf, make sure he's remaining an ex-werewolf. I've got some academics, if you want me to. Actually, that can maybe tell, because I'm an expert. I'm specifically trained in phrenology. So if there is a key difference on his skull from him being a lycanthrope, we might be able to detect the next one.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's have that academics roll. I mean, off the top, he's Italian, so obviously there's a problem.
We know he's not white, but still.
Right. The chat should enjoy that.
Wait, for all we know right now, Italian equals werewolf.
Because this is my passion. I'm going to use conviction.
Oh, you're going to use conviction or just a Benny?
I'm going to use conviction.
All right, look at that.
And let's see. And roll.
Oh, it can't happen. There is the third one.
Well, I'll just pull it off, pouring out his nose. I don't feel so good.
Oh, all right. So you're really, really focusing hard on this information, and the worst part about this is, you are coming up with some solid ideas. Yes, there's probably a problem with him being Italian, especially if he's from the southern area of the continent or the peninsula. That's going to make matters far worse. Even worse if he's across on the islands. If he's Sardinian or Sicilian, we all know that they're probably the worst threat to the continent that has been known for a long time.
How am I going to puzzle this out?
Yeah, it's just too.
You have a mental breakdown in real time because this person is such a muddled, different genetic lines.
Just too much going on for you to process. However, Sam, you were dragging some of the bodies. Yeah, are you gonna actually put them into a pyre?
Yeah.
Awesome, Porter. What were you doing?
Helping minimally, because he's not the strongest man, so he'll carry small things like.
That is a true statement. Easy enough. In August, is going around trying to find shirts, and he's trying to get his accoutrements back together so he doesn't look like some kind of goddamn vagrant running around.
And if nobody else has done it, I'd sneak that paper out of the jacket pocket, since if it's intact enough to have a still legible or not blood-soaked piece of paper, I'm going to assume that the shirt underneath might be intact at least.
Yeah, absolutely. And the sheet of paper is, like I said, it's just, you take a quick look at it, and it's a series of numbers, and you recognize that immediately. That is a combination to an agent's safe.
What are those numbers? Or it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's numbers.
It's the meta plot of having the numbers. You have yes, it's a combination to a safe, and it uses it's essentially numbers coupled with some letter combinations.
Yeah,
on
it's
these.
like
on the
I was
safe.
just saying 8675309, but never mind.
I got you. I stopped it. While you were doing that, Elijah, as you were going over the werewolf in this massive attempt to figure out just what the hell makes someone be able to pass on the spirit of the wolf, and puzzling through it, the cart begins to rock ever so slightly, and the green begins to emanate out from the stacks that cover the stone. And Sam, as you're pulling one of the bodies to the fire, its arm twitches up and raises, and you see the fingers begin to crackle and snap, and you can hear them start to pop. And you can see some of the shapes in the darkness that you've piled up, and they're starting to bend their arms and legs at unnatural angles as the dead is beginning to rise.
Nope.
Well, toss that twitching arm into the fire.
Just kick it with your boot. Flip.
Continue helping to incinerate.
Easy enough.
Do you need to say some sort of prayer over that, Mr. Porter?
Yeah,
You doing that once
time for
before?
words after we get them all in the fire. Hand me
Oh,
that
God.
arm.
Seeing this, I will help actually, and I don't like it.
Just everyone starts just cramming the bodies are moving, and as they move, all four of you start to get this feeling of dread, like you're being watched, and it starts to grow stronger and stronger. And as the last body it gets in that pile, how are you lighting them on fire exactly?
I have matches.
You got nothing. I can do this quick.
We have like some sagebrush, right? Some fit for kindling.
Plenty of flammable materials.
Yeah, he's looking for his matches, and when Reed's probably
Easy
gonna
enough.
do something.
Easy enough. And as the fire lights, there's a brief of green, and you can hear whoa, whoa, simple screams erupting out as the flames cascade into green spurts and fades to a normal fire. Behind you, miles and miles and miles away, but standing tall over the plains of this area, a green light encompasses Headstone Hill, the actual plateau that juts out over the town.
What the?
That does not look natural. Wait, you've still got the rock with you, right?
He does have the rock with him.
What in the world?
It's Headstone
So-
Promontory again.
The fire flashed green and burned down to regular fire, and now
It
we
sure
see
did.
the bluff glowing green.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just some kind
It
of
was like this before I
coincidence.
set up as well. The Headstone Promontory.
Leave it to the.
He was doing that
British
about 3
to just
days
be
ago.
like, it's fine. There's nothing
It's
wrong
fine.
here.
been
Just
doing
ignore
that.
it. It'll go away.
Now, we've never seen the light like that before.
You have not.
Would
You
it have
have
been
not.
similar to how I saw it 3 days ago when I was leaving? Okay. You mentioned
No,
it.
there was no light at all. None of you have ever seen this happen. Only the town ghost rock lamps. This is something entirely different.
And it's
Can the four of you give me a
continually
notice roll,
glowing.
please?
Sure.
At -2.
Man, I hope that power plant didn't go up.
Oh, this is far from the town. This is definitely not inside town.
Oh, it's not
You-
in town. Okay, I see.
No, it's
Okay.
centered right on that headstone.
and it's continuously glowing.
It is. Think of
I'm
it as a
gonna
northern
use a
light.
Benny.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm gonna use
Oh,
Benny.
it's still gonna be a fail. Ah, well.
Oh no! Thanks, Sam.
That's a
There
lot
we
of
go.
dice.
There we go.
That is a lot of good rolling for my.
That is a lot of good
1 minute
rolling.
too.
Ultimately, only August and Spencer seem to be paying attention of any kind.
I just
So-
keep kicking arms back in the fire. What are you
To be
looking at?
fair, this is very distracting. You're in the plains at night. It's the Badlands. Elijah shows up telling you some creepy ass stories about, some Indian giving him weird vibes of the shamanic ritual magic nonsense. The bodies are starting to twitch just after Elijah shows up. And then the promontory lights up. August and Spencer, as all of this is happening, it is from behind that both of you hear the very subtle crunch of hard-soled boots on rocks.
I'm going to turn around and say, you best announce yourself before my young friend here fills you full of holes. Point at,
All right.
at August.
And August, what are you doing?
I hear the crunch of boots, so and the announcement that I can fill people with holes, so I'll draw my gun and point it in that direction.
Outstanding. Sam, take a Benny. Sam, you're looking out. You point down to August. August, when you spin and you heard your name and you kind of have that hand on the pistol, not only did you hear the sounds, but you see a human figure standing just at the edge of the fire with the soft glows emanating over it. It's a large man, probably 6'5", somewhere in there. But the last thing that you catch with that impeccable notice that you've developed from being scared shitless out here is whoever it is, as he steps back into the darkness, the last thing you glimpse is a sackcloth, just like you put the potatoes in, with a single hole roughly cut. And he steps back and vanishes into the night.
I'm going to grab a brand out of the fire and kind of not run, but walk in a hurried manner in that direction.
Hell
Briskly.
Yeah.
All right, easy enough.
I charge forward with the confidence of youth.
Sure.
And that I still have good eyes.
Sure. Yeah, no, you hit the edge. Even with the torch coming from the campfire itself, there's nothing. There's simply no one here. But the unease is starting to grow.
I
You can
look
feel
around
it
everyone.
gnawing at you.
Y'all saw that, right? You all saw that sackcloth potatoes whole guy, right? We all saw that.
What? No, just kick the last leg in.
What is with people's fascination with fucking with me while I'm trying to work? And I'll dunk the neck one of the corpses back into the fire. Just, it is very clear that he's only had to do his studies in lab conditions.
Just, reach out, pat him on the shoulder, and say, "I understand your frustration, but language."
It's a Benny for Elijah and a Benny for Mr. Porter.
Like the moment you say that, he looks mortified.
It's on you, gentlemen. The corpses are being consumed, and it smells. Well, yeah, it's not really awful. There's a slight distaste in the air, but you're not quite hungry enough where the long pig smells delicious yet. But yeah, what do you gentlemen want to do?
Yet. So we don't know what this was talking about. The note you have in your handwriting, looking down at it.
It said something about Headstone Monument or something like that. It's obviously It's obviously referencing that yonder glow. Some sort
You
has
think?
to. But given everything, gentlemen, I don't know if you all noticed this or not. And I'll pull out that piece of paper and kind of give it a flick. But I believe this here is what we were looking for as we'd come out here anyway. This should fit quite nicely with Mr. Buckles' abandoned safe. This, along with the key we got, should be able to get us inside.
Oh, well, that's fortuitous. Good thing we didn't burn it.
Yeah, that would have been very unpleasant situation. We would have had to
We-
blow it
I
up.
don't
I
even
look
know
at August. Good thing we didn't blow it up.
I
we
mean, I
moving
could, but I
down-
don't want to. I did memorize the numbers, so after we burn it, I would be the only one that could get us inside, obviously. So
She'll keep you alive. Yeah, that's pretty smart.
that's right.
So are we moving on down the trail a ways and camping for the night? I am.
I don't want to be here.
tired.
Yeah, let's move a little bit away from this situation and set
You
camp.
riding on the cart? You're riding on the horse, son.
Well, if I have a decent and civilized conveyance available to me, I will get off of this beast of burden and ride the other one instead.
Given what's in the
There you
back of
go.
the cart, I would benefit from someone whose head's on a swivel and guns on his hip.
That's well, it won't be on my hip, but I do have it in my hands. If that's all right with you.
We have two
I think you
English.
guys move
I won't
south.
begrudge a chance to get out to move seating after it. He looks down at the pasty he's been trying to eat next to the fire. I fear the wind has changed and the smell's getting to me.
It's been a hot minute. Well, you know, cooked fat is cooked fat. I'm just saying.
We just burned a lot of soap, gentlemen.
Fat
You
is
did.
flavor.
It's a true statement. All right. Yeah. You guys can easily move south and get you far enough away. You can go however far you really feel comfortable doing. Hell, you can cross the river if you really want.
I don't know about crossing a river at night, but if it's safe, we can do that. As much distance as we can put between ourselves and that massacre.
No, that's easy
We
enough.
brought the boy with us, right? He's in the
Oh,
back
boy.
of the cart as well.
The
Well,
body.
Werewolf. Did we burn the werewolf, or did we bring him with?
I-
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Well,
The-
if it's up to
oh,
me,
the
we burned
Yankee.
everyone.
Yeah, I thought we
Yeah.
were going to burn the body up.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
so
We
he
got
didn't,
pictures for our
you know,
evidence we need.
Come back.
Yeah.
come back.
All right. Yeah, that's fine with me. I don't really care about it.
So should we just camp near the river then?
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Porter's not a
Does anybody-
survivalist. He's just like knows we need water. He's not
Does
about to
anybody
cross
know how
the
to
damn thing.
fish? All right.
Yeah,
True
no.
statement.
By the river.
All right, awesome, easy enough. The four of you are incredibly exhausted, thanks to the adrenaline, the journey, the travel, trying to get to these idiots out here, whatever the hell they were doing out here. If there is conversation you guys want to have, by all means, before you get started on the conversation, I just need spirit rolls from each of you,
How fucking terrifying.
and then I'll turn it back over to you to tell me if you want to sit and have conversations or you want to just get moving.
Is this a fear thing? Not a fear thing?
It's not a fear thing, no.
Okay. Let's see. Where is my roll here? There it is.
So far, we all did dang good.
Yeah, this is good. Okay. That's everyone, right? Awesome. Well done. Okay. Yeah, like I said, back over to you, gentlemen. I will get back to you on what the spirit rolls are for when appropriate. Yeah, do you guys
Anna's
want to
doing
have some
pretty good.
campfire talk, or do you guys want to, what do you want to do?
I just have a little question for Mr. Porter. Are you certain that your wounds are healed and not just in the normal closing of flesh sort of way?
Well, we'll find out if I get real hairy. All
Perhaps,
of a sudden, like,
Elijah will look over to say, Doesn't look like his skull's changed. I'm actually pretty good
Do I
about these
look
things.
Italian?
Sorry about last night.
Oh,
Don't talk to me
I'm
about
thinking, Porter, you've
the
done a
Italian
lot. Why
things.
don't you don't need to take a watch. You can just sleep through the night. The three of us will take turns on watch. You just get a good night's rest. No, we won't
all
be
right. Well,
straining on
he's
you
going
for any.
to
Can't believe
do
I'm
one
agreeing with
last
the English.
healing on himself, but he is going to add he's going to do the modifier of the disease removal. So he's going to penny that because he
yeah.
wants to roll it. Just in case there's something horrible coming in. That should be good enough to actually succeed. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right.
Easy enough.
Now he's almost completely exhausted because he's only got a PowerPoint left. Oh, technically, it's got the PowerPoints twice. Oh, well.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I did that. Anyway.
It does it when you re-roll with a penny sometimes. I don't know.
Awesome. He's great.
Yeah, wholeheartedly.
Goes to sleep in his new shirt.
The Englishman.
His new bloody shirt.
Yeah, that's gonna stink. Maybe we should wash that off.
Yeah.
Morning.
All right. Yeah, I had no other campfire talk to.
Oh, after he lays down and he's kind of like almost snores, he just suddenly wakes up and says, "Wait, we heading back to town? We don't have any reason to go across the river now, do we? Or do we?"
Well, we gotta head west so we can. I would sure like to get back to that. Back to the safe. I don't.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
glow
back to
is
the safe.
interesting, but the safe is.
I mean,
It's a clue.
it's not like the glow isn't,
Yep.
co-located with the safe, technically.
All right, we'll go back then. You just
If Samuel would like to suggest he takes first watch and Elijah second, and then August can take third watch. And if that works out, he'll say to Elijah between their two watches, he'll be like, "It's between you and me. I don't trust these other two. That one kid's so young and he's got that weird gun. I don't trust it. Yeah, and that preacher, he seems awful holy, but he took a beating from that werewolf and seemed to heal awful fast. So I'm just saying, if things go down, I got your back, and I hope you got mine."
So hopefully it shouldn't come to all that, but we'll look after each other here.
All right.
Don't worry. Elijah says that with the calm collectedness of someone looking at someone with good phrenology, so he knows he can trust him. Look at that skull shape on this man. That's proper blue blood right there.
He's probably mostly
Hardly any
fine.
affliction.
Yeah, Mr. Port is of good stock. Oh, all right. So through the night,
Could we do
Go ahead.
one more thing during
Yeah.
my watch? And this might come back to bite us in the ass. We'll see. But the last time I tried to contact old Scratch, some other douchebag showed up. I would very much like to test to see if old Scratch is gonna return my calls, so to speak.
I mean, are you trying to, are you trying to deal with the devil for a specific reason?
I want to see if he'll answer. So I will go ahead. I know what I have to do in order to connect with him is to deal with the devil. So I will do that to connect with him, even if it's just to cast some minor spell, right? To warm up the area a little bit more or something like that. Yeah, I want to see if he's going to answer my calls anymore. So let's spend the Benny. So I got to do that.
Benny spending. It's my favorite hobby.
Yeah, and then I'll make the gambling roll. I'll do my free reroll on that. Same. Okay.
Man, that was almost a shit show.
Yes, it was.
All right. So you got your gambling out. You're doing that when everyone else is asleep and you're on your watch. You got everything laid out. You got your extra copy of Hoyles. Your cards are mostly intact. There's a few of them that have burnt ends from what happened last time.
Mm-hmm.
And you're laying everything out. There isn't much activity. However, you start to smell the rolling sulfur that usually indicates that old Scratch is making his appearance. And as the sulfur starts to roll over you and just wafts all over the camp, you can see your your travel mates begin to twitch a little bit, and you can hear the chair pull up and the scrape against the wood with weight applied to it. You're facing the Headstone Hill itself, not the town, but the promontory. And as you watch, the light goes out as Old Scratch leans forward, and there is a small green ghost rock in the middle of the table that jumps to light and gives off a soft, small green flame. As he leans forward, he's just staring at you. You can see the light reflecting his eyes, much like you would a wolf or a mountain lion. Well, I do declare, young Mr. Reed, I thought you had all but forsaken our bargain.
To be honest, Mrs. Scratch, I had much the same thought. Last time I tried to call upon your service.
Oh, I'm afraid I was detained elsewhere, as you might say. Well, Mephistopheles is a taskmaster, if I do say. Although I have had my time to become acquainted with, shall we say, a fifth member of your esteemed group of comrades.
Is that so? With this being a professional sort of manner, as we tend to share?
I don't follow. No, son, there's you. Well, surely you've met him.
I believe I know who you're talking about. That'd be Mr. Brock's pappy, as he'd want to refer to him. Is that who you're speaking of?
Why, yes, indeed. Well, he was standing just over your shoulder.
Just do the
In a quick glance, and yes, they're emanating a soft ice blue glow. Is an older gentleman from a generation that is long past, in your opinion, just hardened by life out here. The kind of men who built the country coming across. He has a seeping wound at waist level. He raises a hand and simply lays it on your shoulder, and ice runs through your veins.
Being one that's grown up in civilization, had a decent education, and someone that's spent a good deal of his life trying to get as many people to the table as possible so he could test his skills as much as possible. I would actually try to scoot over a bit at the card game that Old Scratch and I are playing, and I would invite the gentleman to join us.
Nothing. The hand just simply remains on your shoulder, putting icicles through your spine. Well, I'm afraid he's not one for games of chance. In fact, I would say that verbosity is not his long game. Now,
Well, chance only takes you so far in these types of things anyway, but
what do you
it's
want,
not
Mr.
variable.
Reed? As I understand it, you'd attempted to cheat the odds, so to speak. We have corrected that. Are we going to play cards, boy? Is there something you need? Are you planning on murdering the fine folks around you while they sleep?
Not so much that. I would like to know, and what's the, I'm going to try to think of the spell's name.
Not so much that. Interesting. Not right now.
What I'll do with this gambling or with this deal with the devil is attempt to use the divination power
Okay.
to essentially just see, just kind of story wise, use it to see if Mr. Porter is infected or not.
Okay. I need to deal you some cards.
Yeah, so I need 6 cards.
6 cards. All right.
5 for gambling, 1 for a success.
Where are you now? I'm going to deal them to your hand directly. Okay.
Sounds good. My hand.
There you go.
I got a pair. I got 2 pair. I'll stick with those.
Nice.
Heck yeah, 2 pairs, great. It
Yeah, I
gives me
can't
5
really.
power points to play with. That's
This is
exactly
crazy.
what
I
need
can't
to
show
play.
the audience at all. So, I think you can pull your hand up.
Yeah, pair 9s, pair jacks.
Yeah, I can't do it. I just changed permissions for that. All right. What does that give you? You get the power points for this?
It gives me exactly the power points I needed to cast this, to cast the power, cast divination.
Well. 2 of a kind, Mr. Reed. You have never truly achieved the mastery of this game, yet you continue to seek it out. And you ask for things that are beyond your ken.
It is the nature of our arrangement, is it not?
What do you want to know? I know what you're trying to do.
Well, this was intended for 2 things. 1, to see if you would still answer my call, since our association has been ongoing for quite a while. I believe it's been mutually beneficial. It's good to see that you're not completely waylaid any longer. But I do want to know if my companions, specifically Mr. Porter there, if the protection of his god is actually something that is keeping him from catching whatever it is that the werewolf could spread.
Oh, and I have a counter offer for you, young man. I need you to understand that the wider world is much more visceral, as they say. Do you really want to know if Mr. Porter is going to be okay, or is there something more pertinent on your mind?
There's a lot going on in this region. As you've indicated, you at least have some understanding of the things that are about us. You were reluctant to share information when last we spoke about this. Perhaps the nature of our arrangement could change, or the nature of this dealing could change a bit. I care about Mr. Porter only so far as to ensure that he doesn't threaten me. If that's the situation, as I'm sure you would appreciate that I would not be threatened in that manner as well. I would really very much like to know what is going on with that yonder glow.
My, how quickly you can be dissuaded from the care and concern of your fellow partners in crime. I'll tell you what. I'll like you kind. I'll look forward to you being introduced to a Mephistopheles one day, young man. Well, I fear that day may be coming sooner than you know. Yonder glow is simply a sign of things gone incredibly awry. Well, many things have been occurring since you four have been traipsing about the daisies, as they say.
How could I go about convincing you to share some of that information?
Oh, well, that's easy. You just need to find the one-eyed Jack And with that flash of green fire and brimstone, and he is gone. And after he's gone, the hand is still on your shoulder. And then it slowly fades.
I don't like being touched by old dudes.
Well, that's getting clipped.
As everything kind of comes back into the real here, I go about the rest of my watch, keeping particular eye out for Potato Sack Head. And if nothing else happens, continue just wake everybody when one watches through.
All right, it's easy enough. For the rest of you, your dreams have been disturbing to say the least. They have not affected you other than a little bit of state of nervousness. Each of you has dreamed in some way, shape, or form of being hunted. For Mr. Porter, you were being hounded by the very beasts of hell coming after you. Or Samuel Spencer, it was the family secret kept bound in the basement of the manse in jolly old England that had been freed and now seeks you across the American plains. Elijah, it is the half of your ancestors you may not be too sure about seeking you out and latching you to the pole and forcing you into a ghost dance. And for young Mr. Reed, it is your father. And he tells you he has read about your deeds. You were supposed to keep all of this secret, and you have failed and disappointed him.
Ouch. Why?
And as the sun rises, what's the posse up to besides the usual breaking fast?
Spencer looks over at the headstone and he sees the glow's not there, and he's like, what happened to that? When that glow go away? What happened there?
You know, I'm going to be honest with you, Mr. Spencer. I was not paying attention to that glow, just the oddities around us during the night that damn rock just keeps on pumping out.
At that point, Porter wakes up suddenly, just yells out because he has night terrors. And so he yells out, and he's basically on his feet with his pistol in his hand pointed towards the river. And he just shoots the river. Just boom!
Take a Benny.
He gets up and he turns around and looks at everybody. And he's just like, and then just puts the gun back, doesn't even reload the shell. Just wiping his face off. He's totally drenched in sweat. Just nods. Goes to see if they
It's
make
about
coffee
time
yet.
you go wash that shirt off there. It seems to causing you some issues.
Don't wash it in the river. That needs special tending to. We'll get it taken care of when we get back to town eventually.
Just gonna take a drink.
In the span it took him to blow that hole in the river, Elijah has gone from prone on one side of the camp to prone on the other side of the camp. But no one saw him move. But at some point, about at least 20 yards was crossed.
Quick for a biggin.
All right, gents.
What
are you guys up
so
to?
Back to the Logans.
I believe that's the best thing for us to do at this point. Hopefully, they're still there with whatever's going on around that hill, and hopefully, Mr. Heaston hasn't taken it upon himself to run them out again. There is a bit of grudge between the two groups and us, to be quite honest.
Well, hopefully they didn't do anything to him. I guess we better get back and find out. We got a bit of riding.
All right. Easy enough. I'm going to drag you gents across country. Ever so slowly.
Do me one favor when we get back to town.
Sure. Right now, you gentlemen are not heading back to town. You're heading to there.
And that's just in character for Elijah. And Eli's like, Eli, could you do me one favor and just remind me when we get back to town to buy you a watch? Because if that's your idea of a wake-up call, I don't think I've got the stomach for this kind of work.
Eli, Elijah, it's going to be it's a multi-day affair even getting across where you are, just from the Badlands alone. The temperature is all over the place. It's getting really erratic. You are 100% sure, all of you, that there are things following you. You hear howls in the night that do not sound like wolves. You hear growls in the night. You hear scraping of rocks during the day. Rocks are falling off of high points. As you pass by them, you see the sagebrush move without any wind blowing through it whatsoever. It's just the land almost feels like it's turning against the four of you as you proceed. Elijah, on your second day in, and you're closing in on the headstone itself, your father is speaking to you from the back of the wagon, and he leans forward. I want to say the wagon is Elijah and August, correct?
Yes, it's my understanding.
Okay. Yeah, he leans between the two of you and he turns his head towards you, Elijah. And the boy summoned me. He didn't say anything, did he?
Well, that's something new. I was wondering why I could smell sulfur.
That's because the young man's not what he seems. He deals in the devil's hands. Everything is not what they seem.
So prone to it.
You boys have entered something you have no idea what's coming next. The land is going to take you.
Well, I would have thought it'd have taken me after I was, shoulder deep in dead buffalo out in the plains last time. And even then, I somehow managed to find myself in an even more dangerous field of work than dealing with some of the burliest of God's creations.
That was a test! And with that, August, you startle. You actually feel something. You feel wind roll past your neck, and it sends chills down your spine. Mr. Porter and Sam, you both hear what sounds like thunder overhead, kind of that clear skies thunder. And Elijah, your father is gone.
Try to
Much
play
like
it off.
Many things in life, Sean, August, my boy, that you think are a bad omen until they stop being there. Then you realize how much scarier it is when they're gone. And I'm making a point to look out towards where the flames were, as if I'm not kind of double dealing the terms. I think there's something brewing, unfortunately.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Mr. Brock, I do believe that I've experienced something rather recently that would tend to agree with your assessment.
What are you talking about up there? You see a storm?
No, nothing as such.
I don't see
Looking at
anything.
the clouds.
Thunder on a clear sky.
Just immediately his eyes just kind of go towards the headstone.
I think perhaps, gentlemen, that a bit of extra speed could be pulled from these creatures. Might not be the worst idea to give them a bit of the whip.
Agreed. Maybe all four of us can make sure we all speak loud enough everyone else can hear. Not that I'm concerned at all, but just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
I'm really sorry. I can't understand a word you're saying. It's a bit rickety up here. Could you say that in English?
Look, kid, the proper Queen's English is the way that it was made to be spoken. You may be good with a gun and you may know a little about the cards, but you still lack a lot behind because you are wet behind the ears. So it's best to learn from your elders.
I'll grant you that.
Not too old though.
I'll grant you that. The Queen's English is the Queen's English. It's just a good thing we got ourselves a proper president.
Fair enough. Elijah, as you are rounding the bend to head towards the Logans once again, they're tucked away in that little mining homestead they have. You pick up the whinny of horses before any of your compatriots.
Motherfucker.
It's just wild stallions. It's
It's Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted.
Hey, if they're here, I'm getting into that phone booth and I'm going for a trip.
Oh, wow. Totally out.
So we all hear that though, or just?
It's just Elijah.
Oh, Elijah
Horses.
hears. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Elijah. Sorry.
I hear
Yeah.
horses.
Yeah.
Other horses. Just perk his ears up and kind of starting into a little bit more of a trot.
Whinnying as well. Sounds like they're distressed.
I hope it's not the boys back again causing problems.
The last time we were here, that's exactly what it sounded like right before we started hearing gunshots, gentlemen.
Well, you got that covered.
I will put away my Gatling pistol, and I'll draw out my carbine instead. Just in case we run into a particular group of individuals, they don't know exactly what it is that I've got myself into here.
Sure, easy enough. If y'all keep riding, as you round the small bend and drop down into the little valley there, where the Logans have built camp. There's the Logans' their domicile is there. The doors are open. The place itself is on fire, and there are about a dozen men. Some are on horseback, some are off horseback, and they are dressed in Union Army military gear. And as you approach in the cart, a few of them spin, bring down their Winchesters, and order you to stand down.
Yeah, don't have any weapons drawn. Just
It's okay, gentlemen. And I'm gonna put my hands up. I'll make sure that as I do get my hands up, I'm just gonna make sure that I, with my elbow, as the hands come up, then gonna nudge my camera so that the lens cap comes off.
Oh, nice. There you go. Okay.
I'll kind of raise the carbine above my head, and then I'll slowly lower it so that it's point down, kind of next to me in the bed of this cart here.
Outstanding. Who have you served in the army of either side during the war?
Porter did.
Porter. You recognize an officer when you see an officer, and he is wearing the rank of major.
I'm just gonna look down at everything that's going on and just say, Major, what brings you boys out here setting fire to somebody's homestead?
And we had word of some illegal mining happening in these pots. And there was a lot of thievery happening, but the bandits have been put down. Who are you?
People looking for a friend came on by to talk to these folks because they were pleasant to us when we came by earlier.
It doesn't answer the question. What's your name?
Porter.
Porter. What about the others?
Oh, Samuel Spencer here. Pleased to meet you from across the pond. Been here several years. Looking forward to Just coming out here, trying to meet up with an old friend.
Elijah Brock's Major. He kind of looks like he's confused as to which one which honorific to use in the situation.
Fair enough. What about
August,
you, young man?
August Reed, if you please, Major. With my training, even though I wasn't in the military, would I recognize, since I technically work for the government, would I recognize any of this?
He's a legit Union officer. Yeah, I mean the uniforms are all correct. They have Union rifles. They have the Union blue on. They're carrying the flag. They've got their horses. For the cavalry officers, everyone else is on foot. They have a sergeant, a corporal. There's everything you could think of. This is a no kidding party.
Sure.
Yeah.
Might I ask
Eli,
you
let me do
served
Eli
your
real
name as well?
fast. Eli, the only bit of oddity for you, and I'll just give this to you just because you served, is a major is not a light rank in the army of the late 1800s in the United States. That is a significant rank.
Yeah, being out here in the field means
Yes.
somebody called in a favor or did something. All right. I don't see anything out loud to these fellows, but kind of look and see, is the still back behind the building somewhere covered up?
You mean where you guys hid the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the place is burning, but no one is back there, and there's going to be debris and whatever. How the hell this place is? The timbers are falling, and it's gonna collapse in on itself, which ostensibly should protect what's going on with that while you're kind of looking around for that. And for your question, young Mr. Reed, is young man, name's Major Clemsford.
Do I detect an unusual accent for being out west here?
Yes, he's definitely a East Coast Yankee.
If I'm not mistaken, Major Clemsford, you are a bit far away from home. You stationed out this way?
The soldiers start laughing. The sergeant looks up at him with this look of, this is unfucking believable. And he starts walking forward. He's, I'll take care of this, sir. Reaches down and unflaps his pistol. That Colt regiment that he carries. And he's like, Sergeant, stand down. I'm Major Newton Clemsford, commanding officer of Fort Bridger.
Oh, wow.
Apologies for this. I've been teaching the young gentleman the science of phrenology, and I fear he may have let his newfound expertise get away from him.
Again. Sergeant, take their weapons, dismount them. He turns his horse back around, and he starts ordering his men, bring the bodies out. You hear him pulling out, and they're actually pulling the bodies of the Logans out and stacking them up. And that is when Spencer, you catch just off to the side that one of the Logan teenager boys has been hung.
Oh.
The sergeant approaches, and he has two privates with him. Both privates are carrying the Winnie long guns. And the sergeant has his pistol. He draws that Colt regiment again, pulls the pistol out. He's like, let's go. Off the horse. Now. Off the carts.
As I get off the cart, I'm going to grab something that I've not yet revealed. And instead of handing over my weapons, I would hand him a certified agent badge.
Is it your agent badge or your father's agent
Sure
badge?
is.
Damn. All right. Okay. So, for the observers, young Mr. Reed, you hop off the cart when you do that.
Mm-hmm.
And young Mr. Reed hops off the cart and he just reaches in, pulls out a thing from his breast pocket, and he hands it to the sergeant. The sergeant opens it up and he looks back at you. Like, what are you doing with this?
It's mine.
Sergeant, we have a problem. Possibly. Stay here. Don't move a fucking muscle.
Sir.
If any of these guys move, shoot them. All of them. He marches his ass back to the major and he hands up that. It's a small, looks like a billfold for the rest of you. He hands it up to the major, and the major is looking at it and he's going over that practiced eye, and he is looking down at the sergeant, and they're having a one-way conversation. It's in hushed tones. What are the rest of you doing?
I just want to say, I'm going to take a step away from August. I just want to say, I only known this young man for a few days. I'm not part of whatever kind of smuggling operation he's involved with, but I'm happy to turn.
How dare you?
Happy to be a witness if needed.
Nice. Porter's just wondering how many of these idiots he's going to have to shoot before they take him down. He's just like looking, going, who's the most dangerous?
And how many?
Like how many before he
kill back in
dies?
the
How
war?
many? What's that?
How many of these guys did he kill back in the war?
Yeah. The sergeant takes the billfold, flips it back together, and he all but stomps like a child his way back over to the group. August, he's staring at you.
Mm-hmm. I don't move. I don't do react or anything like that. I just meet his eyes.
He hands it back to you.
And it
Major says it's authentic. Agent, is there anything that we can do for you? All three of you hear him refer to young August Reed as an agent, meaning an agent of the actual agency.
Not whatever we are.
Yeah, not whatever you are.
For the time being, Sergeant, I would appreciate if your major would allow myself and my companions here to retain our arms, as this wilderness is not exactly the most hospitable, as you might imagine.
Sure, you're allowed to do whatever you need operating in your capacity. You must be getting desperate. I will say that.
It's not I won't even go into it at that point.
Major's also asked me to inform you that the reporting party was Warrant Officer Debony. Had called upon the garrison to come out here to deal with a situation. We did.
Do I recognize that name from town at all?
Your character sure would recognize that name.
Yeah. Excellent. That is appreciated, Sergeant. Would you relay my compliments, my appreciation to the major in his understanding in this situation?
I don't think the major gives a shit. We're just being charitable.
I understand. It's never fun to have somebody else's nose poking around in your business. I know that's one way I feel sometimes.
We're going to leave this to you. Everything is on the up and up as per military orders and presidential doctrine. Yeah, he spins, takes the two guys with him. They look dumbfounded as shit. They're just two country-ass privates who have no idea what the hell is happening at this point. They just watched a teenage boy completely crack their major's will and dominance on the field. They storm. They do the walk back. The privates get ready. Everyone shoulders their arms. The major turns to you. August tips his hat.
Deny
I trust you'll give word to Warrant Officer Debony. And they begin to ride out.
I will at that, Major. Safe travel.
Just turn and look at him. You're awfully friendly to that guy. He just murdered an innocent family because someone told him to. He just looks at him and he's like, he's still in range.
He would have
I'm
done.
worried what he'll do for free.
Probably got paid well for doing this.
A bit of civilized. I think Mr. Spencer would agree. A bit of civilized conversation with people you might not appreciate or enjoy their company can get you out of a mess where they might shoot you to death.
Well,
I've
do
done
have to
well so
appreciate
far.
The young one's way with words. I'm a little taken aback, and I'll point over and I'll nudge the teenager that was hung with my boot, and I'll say, "Look, this one was hung before that house burned."
Yep.
Unfortunately, not everyone. Well, I should say, not everyone is as amenable to just getting on with their lives. Some people have to take it a bit too far.
Yeah, and they just rode
believe-
off.
I
So
believe Mr. Porter,
all
you would
that
agree
aside,
with
well, they're going to pay the ultimate price eventually, and it won't be by my hand. They'll get what's coming to them.
Definitely not. They would have shot the shit out of us if they'd have stuck around.
Hey, I've got 6 rounds in my gun.
A lot of guns.
5
A lot of
never
guns.
reloaded.
He
lot of
did.
guns?
I did reload
Oh,
after we went
okay.
through.
Oh, good.
He didn't
Oh,
reload in the morning. Yeah.
No, that's there's some significance to what August pulled, revealing that he's an agent when there's a lot of complications to that story. But now you've got a platoon full of army officer or army soldiers who now know that August is a teenage agent.
I have to ask you, gentlemen, to please keep this under your hats for the rest of our association while we're here in this investigation.
Scared somebody's gonna be nice to you.
No, but the agency
Don't worry,
prefers to work under the radar as much as possible.
Yeah, Lux in Tenebris.
Lux in Tenebris.
And he's gonna
don't
just
worry,
mount
August.
the
My
back-
lips are sealed till such time as I smell sulfur.
Gonna dismount at that. Just look. Dismount and head to the back of the cabin, see if the thing is still there, but
Sure.
go see about dealing with these bodies.
All right. Yeah,
I would go to the vault as well.
Yeah, the strong box is still there. It withstands quite a bit of external damage.
Okay.
Pretty well built, actually. The thing's got like a
'Cause
hardness
it's like-
of 18. It's ghost
How
steel.
many it was hundreds of pounds, right?
It's 500 pounds. Yeah, it's 500 pounds made
Okay.
of ghost steel. So,
Okay. All right.
yeah.
Yeah. So after he just peeks to see if it's there, he's gonna get to cutting the boy down and getting the rest of them, and he's gonna look to see if there's a place where they buried anyone else before here, and I guess get ready to start digging badly.
Okay. Yeah, they have a small family plot that had the beginnings of, looks like maybe a couple of children died early on, maybe an elder person based on the markers.
Okay.
I
I'll
would
look
go
for
about
shovels.
the process
Rest.
then.
Say again, you guys.
I don't care about the situation, so I approach the vault and open it with the key and the combo.
All right, outstanding. Spencer, what are you doing? And Elijah Barak, what are you doing?
I'm just going to be looking for shovels. I'm going to help with the digging.
Okay.
So I'll take a mental note that if I ever need an enormous amount of ghost steel, Like after I talk to the blacksmith, I know where to come looking. Never disassemble the safe. It can't be that difficult.
Yeah, you know.
Once you get to the inside bits.
Rip a chunk off, you have a go steal club.
Right.
Yeah, I'll just look through the place just to see if there's anything else that stands out. It seems unusual. Or,
Oh, outstanding. So, perfect. I don't need a notice roll from you because finding the thing is the easy part. Give me make a smarts roll, Spencer. And then for Eli and Elijah, you guys are kind of going through the grim task of dealing with a family they were all shot in the front. And there's not a single, bullet wound in the back of the head. Everybody was essentially executed by firing squad. August, the key works as you're used to it. The combo spins up the double dials. You can spin the letter combinations. You spin it's basically an alphanumeric cipher. You get those set, and it opens. It completely unlocks.
While they're busy doing the thing, I'd look inside.
All right. The thing that catches your eye the first is the stack of U.S. scrip. It's got to be thousands of dollars in value. Also, there is a ore sack that looks to be filled. So it's the kind of sack that you're used to putting, ghost rock in, gold, things like that. And it's hefty. It's maybe a good 3, 4, 5 pounds in weight. However, your biggest finds. Do me a favor and pull up the handouts section. I think you can see those. Yeah, the ones that are visible to you.
Handouts. That's hard. Where are the handouts again? Not items. Journal. I'm not sure where I should be looking. Posse documents.
You look in posse documents.
Then I have initial evidence and player's introduction.
Look at initial evidence.
Okay.
And you should have You should have A, B, C, D, E, and now you should have G, H, I, J, and K.
Let me maybe refresh because I don't have anything beyond E yet. Apologies, it's still loading.
Let me configure ownership. Let me observer this. I thought by sliding it over, it would just have let me do this, but
all right, I see G now.
Yeah, you guys should all see it, but act accordingly since your characters don't actually know anything.
Of course, I refresh when I didn't need to. It's always the case.
And yes, I'm being lazy. I could have just done this one at a time as they learn things. I don't really care. I'm horrible. Fire me.
All right. GHIJK.
Yes. And I think... let me see if that comes up. There we go. So I can take a look at the documents with the chat, and they can now see what some of the added evidence is. Oh my God. That is a Wasatch Railroad bond.
Indeed it is.
In his true name of George J.A. Reig.
Mm-hmm. Got ourselves a telegraph.
There is a telegraph from Western Union.
And it's a pain in the ass to read.
It sure is. That's unfortunate. There's another note.
Okay. There's another note.
I don't think I can separate these at all. I like pop them out. Well, there's another note with some notes. It's got a front and it's got a back. And then yet another note. And the posse, I'll let you deal with that. I'm going to pull this back over for the chat so they can just stare at the bond and have a good time.
Okay, let's go. I'm gonna look at these one at a time here because they are actually interesting.
Easy enough.
As you guys do what we're gonna do.
Yeah, Samuel Spencer.
Yes, sir.
As you were going through, what did you made a smarts roll? Okay, awesome. Are you happy with that? It's a success.
I'll spend one Benny, see if I can try to get it right.
Okay.
All right. I'll just stick with success then.
All right, stick with the success it is. All right, outstanding. So as you're looking around in here, you realize, like, yes, there's a lot of refuse. The place is burnt to the ground, but it's on the outside that you recognize a small item that wasn't here the last you guys remember speaking to the Logans. It's been a few days, yes. However, there is a small pocket watch that is on the ground out here that looks like it was either scattered or thrown or dropped or what have you. It is not at the house, the remains of the house. It's actually kind of going back towards the trail of where you guys normally come in to this area. And the pocket watch it's a watch that belongs to Prospector Bob. And you know him. There's very little chance he would not have that on him. And no, he is not amongst the bodies.
Huh.
Yeah, he served in the war. He knows how to take care of himself.
All right. Well, I'll pick up the watch and I'll take it back and they'll tell everyone, hey, I found this over kind of going back towards the trail. Looks like Prospector Bob, but there's no chance he would have left us without willingly.
Yeah, he might have seen what was going on and had to run.
I'm pulling some things for the chat so they can read through the evidence with young Mr. Reed while you guys are doing the thing. Give them something to do. All right.
Are we still dealing with bodies?
Yeah, you guys are just kind of, if you're going to bury him, it's going to take, it's a 6 foot hole that's a hell of a thing. But getting them together, getting them stacked up, doing the last rites, it will take a long time. It's up to you two. Do you two want to take the time on that, or is there a different sense of urgency that you currently have? I mean, it's no harm, no foul. I get in character, you two are religious types and want to do the right thing. But there's also about 500 million things that have gone sideways.
Yeah. So the plan is he was going to make sure we get the bodies over there and in the right place. And if we realize at that point, it seems like they found something significant, that we don't have enough time for him to do any of the stuff he wants to do, but we're probably best off just taking what we can, rocks and whatnot, and putting simple cairns over them for now.
Yeah, it could be something as simple as got an old bathtub or something, just something to keep the coyotes and such out.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fine. That's easy enough. I assume that August, you're busy digging into holy crap, there's a lot here.
Mm-hmm. There sure is.
Yeah. So it's you four go. Just whatever you want to be doing. We'll assume that the two religious types, you have done what you need to do, that where you feel comfortable. You said the blessings. The dead should be okay.
Okay.
And then same for you, Sam. Since you found that watch and you called it out, I'll assume that you pocketed it if you want to have it pocketed. Whatever you guys want to do. And all three of you do know that August stepped around to the rear of the house where you guys parked the strong box.
Yep. Just wipe my brow, head around the side of the building, see it, and ignore whatever he's doing. Kind of look at this box and look at it and look over at Brock and say, I think the rocket fit in there.
Kind of eyeball it. Would it?
Oh, yeah. You could probably get it in there.
I can do the trick. I'm not really sure what Ghost Rock does when it's surrounded by ghost steel.
There's only a couple ways of finding out. And I'll do you one better. Just having been on the road, you guys know that these boxes can lock themselves into the earth. So if you set it there is 100% that you can lock this thing into the ground where no one will ever move it again until you come back to it.
What do you got there?
Well, it'll still take a bit of going through, but and I'll just start handing some things over as I continue to read through
Sure.
some of these notes and whatnot.
Okay. You guys feel free to open up
Essentially
any of
starting
the...
with going with G and then
Yeah. Okay.
moving my way down, essentially.
Yeah. So you guys can open up these things. Okay, so I'm going to keep them. You can close your screen as I'm showing the players. I just want the chat to be able to see what and get a chance to read through sort of what you guys are reading through. It's a little long-winded for you to act it out or keep the chat in the dark. I want them to enjoy the mystery.
Yeah, he's just going to start reading whatever thing is handed to him. I'll start at the other end.
Sure.
Okay.
Like I said, yeah, the new stuff starts with G and runs to K, so you guys are tracking.
Supply Emporium. I don't think we've been in there.
Yeah, he just seems that he was a bit scared that he was found out. I don't believe we've met. Yeah, not sure we've met with Mr. Ned Little yet.
Looks like, well, obviously we know the whole place is just run by Heaston, and it's a pile of corruption. But we got proof of that now.
This is the one you particularly, Mr. Porter, might be interested in, and I'd hand out I for sure.
Dance Hall, Clovis. In his cups and even less coherent than last time. I realized I was watching him and looked at himself in the mirror. What in the world?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Not like any sound I've heard before. What in the world have these people gotten themselves in the middle of? Huh. All right.
Seems like Mr. Buckles, aka Mr. Reed, it's definitely found something in this area that was tripping his senses, as it were.
Yeah, before he got killed. Huh.
I very much wish we could have confirmed with any of the Ghost Steel gang that they were the ones that had indeed killed Mr. Buckles.
I suppose it doesn't matter at this point, but still.
Not so much.
Wait a second. Well, so who specifically sent us? It was not, because I'm looking at the telegram now. I'm seeing he got a note from the governor of, or the office of the governor Hale. I'm like,
yeah, you were sent by the Twilight Legion.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. He doesn't have anything to do with that. Now, the question I have is, do we know if there's any ties between Hale and Heaston?
Not that you're aware of.
Not that we're aware of. Okay.
Not that you're aware of.
And that was on April 18th. So that was weeks and weeks ago. Yeah. Okay.
And you guys are mostly burned through the month of May after all your travels and dealings. So.
Yep.
What was he doing here? He came here because of the governor?
The governor, just look at it again. The governor knew him as Mr. Buckles.
Right. But that's... Yeah.
So he was keeping whatever association he had with the governor. He was intent on keeping the governor and the Legion separate.
Yeah, it sounds like possibly what I'm gathering here, that since he was using that, maybe Hale doesn't really know what's going on in Heaston Hill, or maybe he's not friendly with Heaston. Huh. Interesting.
Well, what kind of deal could they have had that got the governor all hot and bothered, since Mr. Buckles had not gotten back to him since his likely untimely demise?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the other things. I mean, he's got this railroad company stock. Now, is that railroad come through here? Is it the one that comes through?
Company.
Do we know anything about the Wasatch Rail Company?
Yeah, it's not through here. I think your map has the rail line.
Rail.
No,
no rail comes over here.
No, there's no rail at all. And in fact, that rail cuts through Evanston and across into Montana. It's the Denver Pacific rail line.
Denver Pacific, yeah. So the Wasatch Rail Company. Yeah. Do we know anything about that rail company? Have we ever heard of it?
Yeah, it's so for the without common knowledge roles because it's silly. It's a big corporation. Yeah, you do know a little bit. They're expansionists. They get up to no good. They usually try to sabotage their competitors, which is not uncommon amongst railmen. But they are trying to expand like everybody else. Everybody wants to connect. America or places of prominence, especially if you have healthy ghost rock mines.
I think that if you look at handout J, hand the note over to him. I believe this might have something to do with the stock. Seems like Mr. Buckles was intent on getting himself a bit of stock in case things in the region went a bit different for the rail companies. Perhaps to get a little bit of extra scratch for himself. And there it is. Confirmation that Mr. Buckles was actually an agent in a past life, not just a member of the Legion. But we assumed that. This is a lot to go over, gentlemen.
You can learn a lot about a person by how they write. I kind of pour over.
What would you say this would tell you about him?
I'll kind of eyeball it for a little bit as I use item reading.
Oh, nice.
Look
How
at
does
this
that work
guy.
for everybody?
Nice. Oh wow, he bought this stock like 3 days before he got that telegram.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just had to zoom in so I could actually see.
Oh, there you go.
Roll.
It's an ace. I know. I'm covering it up. Are you happy with the raise?
Yeah, it just took me fun that we just actually puzzle out what the hell light reading does. I think it's one of those weird ones where it's kind of non-specific.
I'm trying to close up goddamn windows, and I don't know which one's a window and which one's the actual goddamn thing. All right, outstanding. So, what is this? How does this work for the folks viewing?
Now, I can never find this. I can never remember which book it's in.
Of course, Frost survived. He only got 3 wounds. What does Frost look like? What? Say what again? Frost is fine. Werewolves aren't that terrifying in Deadlands. Not really.
They just jump back through fire and come at you.
I mean, yeah. Magic guns with a rate of fire 3 will do wonders to a creature that's has vulnerabilities.
Said in the chat earlier, apparently fire is a universal allergen.
Yeah, it really is, apparently. So, yeah, damned. Y'all are still perusing your...
Here we go. So variables on it.
Yeah.
Successful casting, they get a vague impression of whatever information they're looking for, and with arrays, it's more specific.
Okay. And what were you reading? What were you going over? The handwriting, right?
Yeah. And which one? The correspondence one most. Actually, boys, what are we going to try and prioritize here? Which ones would you shuffled in front of me?
Well, the only notes that are in his handwriting are the 3. I specifically have a vested interest in the one where he talks about something looking at its face for the first time.
Ah, that one. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, that one with the handout eyes, like,
The one that made me jump a
Got some
little bit.
especially
Yeah.
with Clovis. And yeah, I'm going to try and basically catch a glimpse of that moment that he looked at the scene that we are hearing about here. I want to try and get like a glimpse of that.
Okay. You grab a hold of that note.
Awesome.
You're holding on to it, and you're watching as the letters begin to start like a little dance. They undulate, and you feel yourself drawn into the moment, and you feel yourself sitting inside of the dance hall, and there's a female singer, and she is singing some sort of mournful song about a love lost and unrequited. It's captivating everyone. And then Clovis he's there, but he seems distracted, and you can feel through George's emotions poured out into this note, and just that empathic link you're forming with this, that there was a puzzled concern, but with an understanding of moving closer to the surface of a truth. And it's as you watch Clovis, he takes the drink, and it's at the split moment that George's eyes slip away, moving towards the singer again. And it looks like maybe he's ordering another drink, and he does the two fingers for whiskey. But from the peripheral vision, you're able to refocus yourself. And Clovis he brings the cup back up, and as he does it, he looks, and the whiskey that's in the glass, it just simply pours into his mouth, and there's no swallowing motion whatsoever in the throat. And he just wipes his mouth, and as he does that, there is a small fleck of this, it's like a green fluid. It's viscous, and it's not like a dark green. It's like a translucent green.
Now, would that be anything I would perhaps recognize? Any kind of
No,
chemical or
that's
similar?
nothing you've ever seen before.
he's probably Italian too.
I hope they find a cure.
He's got the Rona.
And the way you poured the drink down his throat, was it any kind of malformation of the mouth or similar? Or no?
It was unnatural. It was as watching. It was the same revulsion you'd have of watching someone who simply doesn't know how to do something.
Okay, that's a weird one. Are there any other kind of reflective surfaces in the bar in these glimpses I'm catching that could have been used to get a better vantage of what I'm looking at here?
Yes, we'll do this for the raise. George is looking around, and again, George isn't paying much of attention. He seems to be fixated on Clovis and reaching out and tapping him on the shoulder, shaking him by the arm. And as Clovis turns, his face locks on to the bar mirror. George is watching. You can shift the scene in your head, and you are looking in the mirror as well. And at the entrance of the dance hall, standing in the doorway, staring directly at George, is you've seen the gentleman a couple of times, and you know who he is. It's Frank Debony. And he simply does this, and Clovis twists and opens that mouth, and it almost distends. And normally you hear nothing, but you can feel there's a shake in your psyche and your core. And that's when you feel your father pushed you by the chest. And he, I told you, the boy is not right, and he is a liar. And that snaps you out of your item read.
You should definitely get that carpal tunnel looked at before it becomes a problem for him. Maybe gout.
You having trouble with reading the cursive or what?
No, it's with the W's, so they curve back on themselves. But I think that Mr. Debony may know something about this.
You know, are you talking? Are you referring to Frank Debony?
Mm-hmm.
The man that owns Scar Shop in town? The apparent warrant officer that just ordered the death of the Logans?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
he was there that night, I reckon.
Yeah. Yeah. Eli, you served in the military. Warrant officers don't give orders to majors.
Well, not
no, they don't.
Not order, but they put the report that got the.
I mean,
my bad.
They said no. Well, your words aren't far off from what was said.
I mean, quite honestly, I think most of the times in the military, I would listen to a warrant officer before I'd listen to a major. But I'm not in the military, so I don't have to make those kind of decisions.
I reckon that Mr. Debony might know something more than he lets on. I can tell you this much, the way he's describing that. Would I have seen Clovis previously? Was he someone who was about town?
No, do any of you remember Clovis at all?
No.
Don't actually know.
We never visited the dance hall or anything like that.
Unless we saw him in line at the meat pie place, but
or if he was at Heaston's, but I don't think he was there.
Yeah,
I think I would have remembered somebody doing this with whiskey.
Yeah, right.
But, yeah.
To be fair, yes.
You know, totally drinking like a hello, fellow humans. I help drink whiskey.
We should go after this. We should go to the giant pile of wasp eggs. They say they have very good whiskey there. Please ignore the way my voice buzzes with just the wrong temperatures. Sometimes it says
walking in an egger suit.
Oh man.
Sugar.
Oh, he's in a Clovis suit. Oh no! Exactly. Oh no! It's like a whole bunch of little people inside a Clovis suit trying to pass themselves off. This is horrifying.
And gentlemen, I believe we take some of this. Obviously, the evidence. I think perhaps, and I'll hand that, or I'll indicate that bag to Mr. Brock. Mr. Brock, you might have an interest in whatever might be in there. See if there's anything worthwhile.
Oh, it's 5 pounds worth of ghost rock.
There you go.
Nothing good.
Maybe perhaps we won't have to worry about rent for a while.
You just put that on the bar.
Yeah, and that U.S. script in the stacks, it's $2,000 worth of U.S. script.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This might be
so
helpful.
We need to send word to the governor. Can we get word to the governor without causing problems? I don't know who owns. I'm assuming Heaston owns a telegraph office as well.
What would we send him? That Mr. Buckles? We don't know exactly what's happened to Mr. Buckles other than hearsay that he's dead.
Right. But at least we could inform him that we fear that he's dead. I mean, it's not. I don't hold any allegiance to the governor. I don't care, but if he could be useful.
Right. Well,
It's
perhaps we sit on that. We could just sit on that information for the time being, in case it becomes useful.
Eli, not to be crass, but after many decades of proud service to the American people, you really think they're going to start being competent now?
Probably not. Yeah.
I think I
shouldn't quash the optimism we've got here.
I think we moved
such short supply these days.
Oh, sorry. I don't know about you gentlemen. I think we move in the direction of one of the two that Mr. Buckles had a bit of interaction with, either Mr. Clovis or Mr. Debony.
Might
Well, I
have,
think that Mr. Clovis will be the safer option.
yeah, I think Clovis might be able to get more straight information out of it. But I also want to just put a note in here. Like, we don't have solid evidence that Houston's done anything wrong yet. I think we just need to treat him with the respect he's due from his station and position. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that'll all depend
Civility
on if
costs
his son tries to kill us when we get back into town.
Well, yeah, there's that.
Well, if they start detaining us and trying to take our weapons away again, we'll know what's happened.
And let's not forget Mr. Ned Little seemed to have discovered something at least, or had some sort of suspicion about Ned, or sorry, about Mr. Buckles. We'll continue to call him Mr. Buckles for the time being.
About them to slip up and call him his real name in front of the wrong people.
And if he had suspicion about Mr. Buckles, Len's worry was that he would say that suspicion to Mr. Heaston. At least that's what his note claims. So this could be the indication that Heaston does have something to do with Len's disappearance. We've got 3 obvious leads here, gentlemen. With a 4th perhaps about some railroad stock, but that just seems like, to me, off the cuff here, it just seems like Mr. Buckles trying to get his bag while he still had availability. Suspicion that one of these rail companies might be hoosgowing another one soon enough.
Well, let's go try to track down this Clovis fella and see what we can learn from him, more about him.
And maybe set him on fire if it comes to that. Set it on fire.
We should probably make sure he's not inside a building with a bunch of people if we have to do that.
Yeah.
I didn't seem that big when I saw him. He says that and he pauses.
What do you mean?
So it's got this.
Oh, you
when I've got a
been to the
strong sense of
dance hall?
imagination. No, I've never been there myself. When I paced my way through how it was written, you picture it in your head, right?
You could tell.
You guys can do that, right?
You could tell the
picture
height
things
of
in your
Mr.
skull.
Clovis from Len's handwriting. That is amazing.
Don't give away of describing folk. If someone's diminutive, it makes them sound small. We're simply short.
You write taller than you are, man.
That I have to say, I do have to say, Mr. Brock, perhaps your science has some merit to it.
If I'd seen our good friend Mr. Buckles' skull, I could have actually got on a more accurate read on his height, since the cantle tilt and positioning of the skull whilst writing does change the handwriting.
Got
Well,
it.
think about how you aim, how your head positions when you shoot. You're aiming up and downwards. Same principles. All biomechanics. Natural philosophy at its finest.
Still,
Just nod along.
that still does not orient itself in my brain how you could tell the height of another person based on handwriting of Mr. Buffalo.
See, I'll
But
even show
I
you.
will
I'll-
trust you in this. You have not steered me wrong as of yet. And I'm totally lying when I say that.
What do you gents want to do?
It's okay. Elijah was bullshitting too.
Elijah realized he said some shit out loud.
Well, I think we empty out this safe, put a big ass ghost rock inside it, close it, and lock it down.
You're gonna activate the legs to get in the earth.
There's no reason not to, in my estimation.
Yeah.
But if you guys think differently, we're not dragging
Now,
this thing anywhere.
if it appears as though like the anchors, when deployed, form a strange kind of pentagram shape, or something similarly
No.
nefarious, I probably
No,
will
nothing terrible.
advise
Just
against.
4, one on each corner.
Wait a second.
Similarly to
Yeah.
how if I think someone's like if I'm in a 40k game and someone has a pocketbook, I think, oh, it's an interesting pocketbook. I would probably want to know if it had the symbol of corn on it. Just to be safe.
No, just an innocent way to ensure the strong box never moves, unless an agent wants it to move.
Yeah, and we don't want
We
to.
should probably scroll it with some symbols of the Lord to keep off the bad mojo.
Can you do that,
Can't
Mr. Porter?
If you give me a few hours, but I don't know if we want to sit around for that long.
I don't think we have that kind of time. I think we need to go find this Clovis
That's it.
fella.
Hang on, I've got a grease pencil around here somewhere. Might have to do. Oh, good use. I found boot polish. That'll do. Okay. Like a just mix some up.
Well, I'll split the cash up between all of us. Give us each $500
Okay.
of our script, and I don't give a crap about the little chunk of ghost rock. I would leave it here, but if you guys want to bring the 5 pounds of ghost rock with us, you're welcome to. The big ass one just goes in the safe. We lock that sucker
Can't
down and
always
start
guarantee.
heading back.
All
We
right.
can't always guarantee we'll be able to come back here, so we should plan. We should spread out our resources, make caches.
While we're in
Bad
town
idea.
looking into Mr. Clovis, just keep an eye out for Frank Debony. If he catches sight of us, we might have to start looking over our shoulders for blue coats.
True. Well, you got us covered for that, don't you?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Mm.
Oh, the
For the
blue
Kind of
coat.
look at him. Finally, just addressing the white elephant in the room.
I am not that big. That's Mr. Brock. So
You might, but mind giving us an explanation? Any thought here? Do you think that's something you might have wanted to share with us? I know you're all about keeping it quiet because for reasons or whatever, but
you're exactly right, Mr. Porter. We're all about keeping it quiet for reasons and such. I'll say this to you, gentlemen. Just know that the president and our association would very much appreciate if you would forget that I had done that.
Take this, the most shitty case officer ever. Take a Benny. There's a nice shiny piece of ghost rock in it for you. That is the worst case officer ever.
I like it.
It's a useful tool for in our toolbox currently, but it is not pertinent to either my actions here for the Legion. It's just a bit extra on the side. It's like putting creamer in your coffee. You may not like to do it every morning, but it's the civilized thing to do.
What?
What?
You've been putting condensed milk in your young, so that's how you end up looking like me.
Yeah.
Motionless mustache.
Take a Benny. That is
one day.
so vile. Jesus.
I guarantee you someone's out there actually putting evaporated or condensed milk in the coffee. I guarantee.
Oh yeah,
So nasty.
my aunt used to do that.
All right.
So
You get for living through the Depression, evidently.
that is true. Or the Siege of Stalingrad.
Yeah, those things.
Whatever.
When we get back to town, I need a new shirt. I need to stop at the hotel to reclothe myself in proper clothing again.
You can make it to town, but you'll be riding after dark, crossing the river, and then arriving in town after dark. You can make it to Prospector Bob's place by sunset. I want to give you guys a full understanding of kind of the timeline of where you are and what you want to do.
It might be pertinent to hit Bob's place up just to make sure he's okay.
Yeah, that's a very good
about
idea.
That. We might as well. We can avoid running the animals at night, go for holes and such.
Okay. Okay. The ride to Bob's place it's the ride to Bob's place. You've done it a couple of times now. You're familiar with it. As you were a little bit ahead of the curve, so it's not quite sunset yet, but it's going to be going down. As you come into that gully where he had tucked himself away back there, there's an immediate sense of foreboding that washes over you. There is no fire. There are no lights coming from where Bob makes camp.
That's not good.
You may have
Ahead,
Call out.
trouble coming and ran.
in the darkness, you can hear the clop, clop of horse hooves on stone.
How many horse
Waiting to
hooves?
see.
A plethora or
Yeah.
a singular?
It's tough to make out. You'd say it's a handful. It's definitely more than one, but it's not a lot.
Do they sound like horse hooves that might be carrying blue coats?
That's not how hearing works.
Nope.
I was thinking more along the lines of like somebody without a head.
Oh,
Spencer, you said you called out for Bob.
yes.
There is no reply coming from Bob's campsite. His claim campsite.
Mm-hmm.
And the sun is starting to sit gently behind the horizon. And as the sun is sitting behind the horizon, there is a slight glow just off in the distance. It's one, and then two, and then a third, and then a fourth, and then a fifth, and then a sixth. And you can see where the shadows have collapsed in on themselves. And you can't make out the specifics, but you know you're looking at horses that are pushing towards you through the darkness. And as they push towards you, there's a growing, just gnawing sense of horror and dread. The horse shadows begin to part, and striding between them is a large, well over 6 foot shaped man
No.
who has a torch lit, and the torch bursts into a greenish flame, and his sackcloth is staring at you with the one eye.
No, son of a bitch. Sorry.
Well then.
Leave and never come back.
Have you seen Bob?
No, for the forces of darkness always managed to find the tall folk, never the short people doing it.
Nice. Take a Betty.
Oh,
We
my
have
God.
Bob is no longer your concern.
This is a dude with a sack on his head with one eye sticking out. One might call him
Yes.
One-Eyed Jack.
He's a
That was
one-eyed
one of the-
jag.
Fucking me. You know, I was told about you.
Look. Just look at him when he says it. Asking the obvious question without asking it.
I avoid eye contact for the moment. What are you doing around here? You're not welcome.
We are here for all of you. You shall know the bliss.
Oh my
And
God.
he has a large Bowie knife at his belt, and the left hand goes down to the Bowie knife and pulls it out. There's such sweet, sweet rewards at the end of your long road.
Can you just bring a knife to a gunfight, August?
It is long. It is long. He said my road is long. I just look at everybody. He said my road is long.
You snapped?
Well, it's already beginning. You're too late.
No.
And he steps back in the shadows, and
Not
off in the
again.
valley where Headstone Hill lies, there is a massive explosion. And the town
Oh,
lights ablaze with fire as it begins to spread through the town. And you hear the screams echoing even up here, and the sounds of gunfire erupting in the night. And we'll hit this next time.
Mother.
dang.
So, yeah, I wanted to just look at August and say, good thing you got your luggage with you.
Yup. I'm not gonna get a new shirt. That sucks.
Might need the new trousers too.
Oh, my shirt.
Why'd you have to bring up the trousers?
Yeah, God, man. Like it's no.
What?
Fine. Now, the town burns down. We did our job. We're gone. We don't need to do anything else. We're done. Len's dead. We can report. Whole place is exploded. We're fine now. We're all
It's
fine
like
here
sitting
now.
on a hill watching the nuclear blast from a safe distance.
Yeah.
Nothing ever stay dead around here, turning to his undead old man. You'll find yourself in good fucking company for once in your miserable life.
There's nothing sweeter than world clocks ticking away while the party fucks about.
Yep. That's exactly right. That's exactly right, sir.
Got anything in your wagon that can take care of that?
No,
Think I'll
Brock,
leave my bike up
your
for that
dad's a fucking tattletale.
So, dude, I did. Part of me, very deep down, did want to turn to his like this fucking Draugr hanging around. Like, you're a bit of a narc, you know that.
Is this what undeath
No
is
solidarity,
like?
guys.
Just
Yeah, you
snitch out of jealousy constantly.
Give me all that yap about honor and being this brutal monster. You narc at the first drop of a hat.
Yep. August is talking with the devil. Blah 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 blah.
August is a Satanist. He's a lizard pedophile.
Let's see if I invite you to get cookies sometime.
Oh man, yes. Well, Headstone Hill is lit. It is on fire in the worst possible way. There is absolute chaos. Outstanding. So yeah, we won't dilly dally much after this. Oh man, yes, we will. It's just gonna ratchet up more and more. I'm looking forward to as we go further along in this. It's the chaos. Man, it's awesome. It's good. You guys are doing awesome. I love it.
You
Has the
guys are
town
doing
just-
awesome. Your town exploded. You guys were
Hey man,
kicking
it is what
around
it
for
is.
days.
Hey man, you guys were doing important investigative work for days and days on end. Not a big deal.
We did.
Well, like Tomic said, do the thumb rule. If the cloud of the town is bigger than our thumb, it should start
Right.
running.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Cloud is
Oh.
already on
Typical
top.
undead behavior. You threaten a good melee fight for once, and then you set off a nuke 3 towns over, and I have to go running to help survivors.
Oh man. God, all right.
Had his Tony Stark moment. Jericho.
Oh yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
All
I'm
right.
gonna have to rewatch this freaking episode just so I can
Start taking notes.
remember
You
all
have
this
all
stuff.
you have the
I have
handouts.
notes, but I don't have everything you told me.
2,500 people dead, so One-Eyed Jack could aura farm for the evening.
Look, to be fair, it's a population of 500. It's not that big of a town.
I think it's 2,500.
Hey, but positive
No, yeah, it's
note,
tiny, yeah.
no
Yeah.
more flare
Still a couple
pianos.
Yes, maybe.
Yeah.
Small
Right.
mercies. Still,
They
Or
seemed
it's
to
all
come back
player
after we
pianos
blew them
now.
up
I don't
last
know.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
opens up. They reopened the town to nothing but musical, like musical instrument stores. And furniture dealerships.
Oh no.
Oh my god, it's flare pianos.
We're gonna come back to the Logans, and the house is gonna be rebuilt, and the entire thing is the flare piano. Big ass ghost rock.
Sounds like the fucking Looney Tunes outro. It's just beating the absolute shit out of you.
Oh man. Oh, outstanding. All right. Well, let's not dilly dally, I guess. And Rhythm, you're the fan favorite on cliffhangers, apparently.
Jeez. Well, thank you, Scott, for this wonderful, wonderful afternoon. Seriously, thank you, Scott, for running this afternoon for us. Thank you, chat, for joining us for this newest or latest episode of Deathrattle. My name is Rhythm. You can find me on X at Rhythm RPG. You can also find me on Start Playing at the same handle if you have any interest in joining me for games that I might run as well. I look forward very much to seeing whatever the heck we do again next week. This has been a ton of fun. I can't not laugh and smile during this whole thing. So yeah, thank you very much.
Oh, easy enough. Send Dragon.
Yeah, thanks for everyone for coming. Thanks for the support. Appreciate it, everyone. And thanks for the players and Scott for running a great game again. And yeah, you can find me over at Start Playing and Send Dragon running some games there.
Nice. Bill?
Always a pleasure to be here, gentlemen, when I can avoid misadventure myself during the damn week.
We're so happy to have you back, Bill.
Yes.
It's good to be back, buddy. And if anyone needs any more of me playing tabletop games, my back catalogue's over Ritualist 89 for the Tales from My Wife's Son and Blood of Heroes eras. And I'm over on A Broken Crown every Wednesday. Or you can find me dossing around on Twitter. Lord help you if you can follow me on there. The stuff that I post will probably get you put on the watch list one day. But that doesn't matter. Good to be back, folks. Good to be back.
Awesome. Frost.
I am Frost. You can find me here on Moonskull and the Legend Seeker channel, where I'm writing lore for Legend Seeker, the RPG that our Rudai is working on. And I ran out of people on bikes to send after Bill, so I'm going to have to find some other method to try and take the man out. Huh.
Check on your boy. That granite wall hit him pretty hard.
Well, I mean, he's got insurance, I hope. I don't know. I cut all ties with him, whatever. But yeah, this has been amazing. It's a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to seeing what is left of the Headstone Hill or Terrytown or whatever it's going to be called after this. Craterville.
Yeah.
When we get down
Nation.
there. Crater Nation, when we get down there. It'll be great.
Oh, my God.
Just throw a bag of coffee at Bill. That'll get him to scare away.
It's just,
there you go.
the town has 3 names and it's full of assholes, so it's definitely a small town in the West.
Crater Nation fits.
Yeah.
Smaller by the second, it seems.
Crater Nation for life.
We
Man.
giant
Yes.
cliffs and Crater
It's an absolute
Nation.
pleasure running for you guys. I'm hoping everyone's enjoying it. I know the chat. I try to monitor the chat a little bit as we go back and forth, and everyone seems like they're enjoying talking crap about the players, which is perfect.
Yeah,
That's what you can hope for. Outstanding, and whatever non sequiturs they're talking about, that's completely not distracting whatsoever. So I was I going to keep myself up. That'll be clip 2. That was out of turn. Anyway, yeah. Just want to see whatever I'm up to. Just look for our YouTube channel, and I'm usually making snarky videos. I do run a bunch of games. I usually try to run games for free on Start Playing. That's because it's more important to get people playing than it is to make money. For me, to be honest. And working on a bunch of projects. And if you're interested in being a play tester for some of our projects, it's not all Savage Worlds. Head on over to our actual Thieves Guild Games Discord server, and we got some projects that need some testing. And I think with that, we are out of here until next time.